The recording.
3, 2, 1.
Hi guys, welcome back to
Babes on Tape. I know you like that one. You like that one? I know you like that one.
And today we have a mixture of, not even a mixture of topics, we have two topics we kind of want to talk about, but we're going to talk about the first one first. And what's the first one?
Religion. We're
Religion.
going to talk about religion.
And how it's affected us as young adults and our relationship with God now.
Yeah.
Start.
Like, over the recent year, I think... Bring it closer. Can I? So, over the recent year, I've definitely, like, become closer with God. But, like, for a few years there, I definitely strayed away. Do you need it closer?
Yes. Both you just make
Okay. Okay, so we just don't relax too much. Just
Like this? Okay. Let's start again? So over the past year, I've definitely like become much closer with my relationship with God, just with like lots of things happening in my life and, you know, looking for comfort and looking for faith and looking for someone that I could just like cry to and all of that. But like as soon as I moved out from home, like my relationship with God just diminished
went
completely.
down. I think mine went up.
No, mine went down because like obviously going to mass was an obligation with my mom.
Yeah, it was forced. Like the whole, I feel like, especially with us, when we were forced to go, when we were younger anyways, religion or like going to church wasn't seen as something fun to do. It felt like a chore.
Yeah.
And then that's why I think it was so like hard for us to have that relationship with God. Because more time, even when we go to church, we're either sleeping, we're on our phones, or we're talking to our friends here and there.
Not
like,
even paying
attention.
Not even taking in I would just go just to make my mom happy. I'm not even going to lie to you.
Yeah, of course. Like,
But,
and
like,
not to feel bad.
not
or
to feel
this,
bad.
that, and the other.
And the thing is, I grew up Catholic, so obviously, you know, sometimes like going to mass would be just so draining, you know. My shepherd is the Lord, he tends all. I won't lie, yeah, that one's a banger, but a lot of them are like, he plants the trees of peace and love for me. Baba, hey, God, he shepherds me. I won't lie, yeah, that one was a banger, but like obviously, you know, like growing up Catholic and going to mass, like it's not fun. It's just stand up, kneel, get your communion, sit down, stand up, kneel, get your communion, sit down.
I'll be so honest with you, Catholics or like just
Catholicism.
priests, they scare me. Like the whole church, everything. When I step in there, like I feel like this. You know, when I was younger, they used to scare me a lot because I just felt this like weird, airy feeling. Like I don't know how to describe it, but
I get that.
They genuinely scared the crap out of me. And because I was also like, I just used to research a lot of things. I'm the kind of person that if something pops in my head, I'll sit down for 3 days, probably even a week, just researching it, hearing this, So when I heard about like, you know, that scandal that priests were sticking babies inside the pipes and everything like that.
Is it like the Magdalene nuns?
Yeah, I was like, what? And all, remember that school near, you know, Kevin Barry's in Tralee? That school, there was a school there. Yeah, they were raping men, like the priests were raping young boys.
Moms.
Bro, I read about it and I was like, okay, this is fucked up because this is the same people we look up to. And they're doing all of this. So what actually like is the real thing? And I feel like because of that, it kind of pushed me away because I was like, you guys aren't preaching what you're talking about. You guys aren't walking or acting in the Lord's way. The Lord is not telling you to go rape little boys and girls.
You get me?
Especially as a man, you're a priest and you're gay. What are you doing?
And you know what's funny, yeah? During that, you know, that whole referendum of, repeal the 8th and, you know, same-sex marriage. I remember going to church and the priest was basically said, vote no. Like, he basically told the people...
And what's the maddest thing is, they'll say vote no, but behind closed doors, you're fucking men. You're actually... That's what you're doing, though, let's be honest.
Not all of them.
Not all of them, but the majority of them, and they know. Or same with the nuns, as a nun, you shouldn't be having sex. How many nuns end up being pregnant? What are you talking about?
Bro, I have a story, yeah? So, one of these... We got a priest, yeah? A priest came to our parish. If you're from Ireland, you know what a parish is. It's like a community that has, like, a church in it, and around that area of the church is the parish until you get to the next area of the church and that's another parish. So we had a priest that came to our parish and like he was a missionary, came back from Ghana. So he spent like, I don't know, he spent like 30 years in Ghana or something. And then like he was becoming, obviously we were the only Ghanaian family not the only one, but like the most popular Ghanaian family in the town. And obviously my mom's a very hospitable woman. She's very like, she takes everyone in. She's very welcoming. Do you get me? You know my mom.
She is.
But what was I going to say? So basically, obviously, he found out that we were Ghanaian. and that like obviously he loved his time in Ghana, and that like like he even spoke Tree and everything. So like he was getting very like close with our family, coming to our house, bring gifts, like doing all of that stuff. Yeah, and I remember we went to his they all have like the boys' quarters.
Yeah.
And then he was giving us cake and everything. Guys, why did this man, a priest, move to my mom?
And your mom is married. She's a married woman, by the way.
Married woman. He moved to my mom. He was like, oh, I really like you. You're from Ghana. Da 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 da. We were sitting in the car. He was moving to her outside of the car, like a bad boy.
Okay, let's talk about that. Religion. What's that? People in higher power that
take advantage.
No, not even people in higher power like pastors, priests, all of that. Yeah, do take advantage, but them not following what they're preaching.
Oh, bro.
Like pastors.
My thing is, why even
be sleeping with married women or
moving to
the younger girls,
young women?
Where in the Bible does it say you should do that? I want to know, please and thank you.
Why are you moving to your son's friends?
Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about that. Why are you moving to your son's friends?
All of you people that I feel like religion is so subjective, and your relationship with God is so subjective, and it's like it's very personal. Okay, so for you to like depend on your whole relationship to come from like a pastor or a priest, that's not going to work, because not me anyways, but I feel like some people forget that these pastors and priests, they're human as well. We live in a world full of sin. Jesus died for a reason. So you're telling me Jesus only died for people like me and not for pastors and priests as well? Like they be sitting up and down as well. And I'm not going to lie to you, half of them are, if not just as bad, worse than us. The same pastor that would judge me for my tattoos, the same pastor that's sleeping with someone's married wife. It makes no sense to me.
Bro,
and I just don't understand that.
I have another story.
Let me hear.
Okay. So sometimes, I used to go to Redeemed Church, yeah. Just, I was a chubby little kid and I liked food. So there'd be, sometimes Redeemed Church they'd have events where they're sharing jollof rice and chicken and stuff. So I'd be like, yeah, mama, today I'm going to go with this so-and-so's family to go and praise the Lord. I'm going for chicken and rice, bro.
Of course.
So
it is what it is like.
I remember they were doing, what's it called? Testimonies and confessionals, and they all stand up and they talk about
God in their life and stuff, yeah.
Guys, why was one mommy pastor, she came up and she was talking about how she was sending nudes. She was sending nudes and her husband caught her.
By the way, this is a no
judgment zone.
But
do you think
we can low-key judge though, because as a pastor, why are you doing that? And then you can comment. Do you know what I mean?
And then you're telling me I'm wearing short skirt and furry boots and I'm not full. But your wife is sending nudes to the next
other
man.
Men. Not even you.
Not even you.
Because let's be honest. Like, I feel like, pastors, let's say the pastor has a wife and whatever, they obviously have sex. They can obviously send nudes to each other because they're married.
I don't think they have sex like that. I
think they're horny bastards. I promise you, I think they're horny bastards.
For everybody but each other.
And why are you married to that person? Because like sex is a unity. Like realistically, you're meant to wait for marriage, have sex, and have sex together. So if you're married, as a pastor, married couple, you guys should be banging it out a lot.
100%. You should take advantage of the fact that you're married and stuff. But have you noticed? Like, I feel like a lot of how a lot of people in the congregation look up to pastors. Like, oh my God, like they look at them like gods and they look at them like prophets.
People forget that these are humans. He's not God.
He's no closer to God than we are. Do you get me? But what was I gonna say? You know how they like the congregation look up to them, like how we were saying they call them mommy and daddy and but you know how like let's say pastors,
that actually irks me so much.
It irks me so much. But you know how women will go up to pastors and be saying like, oh daddy. Do you not think
that's a kink, bro? Because niggas be having them daddy kinks. You get me? I promise you. Because these pastors, they're so like, what's the word? Constricted, and they can only act a certain way. So when all these women are coming, oh daddy pastor, oh daddy, I promise you they're getting hard. They're beating their meat behind the stage. Like it makes so much sense. Why are you calling another man? You guys are even the same age, daddy. What are you doing? Like, that's like me calling David daddy because he's a preacher. Does that make sense? Does it?
No, it doesn't make sense. Open circle don't do that. They don't do that. They don't condone that. Open circle, go.
They're real, actual real people.
They're real people. But that's not what I was saying. What I was saying is that that how like women will go up and they'll be calling their pastor, oh daddy, and like obviously I feel like the pastors take advantage of that. Do you get me? And I feel like they can take advantage of them because they can see that, oh, the women are looking at me like I'm a higher power, I'm a higher being. I can definitely like.
That's what I mean. It is a kink. It's a praise kink when you deep it. Okay, you're being called daddy. These women are looking up to you. It's making him hard regardless. Like, do you get what I mean? It's doing something to him. Obviously, we don't live in the Matrix. We've cracked the code. We know whack one. Like,
we're out here
with these men. I promise you, they go off with this. They have to, because it actually makes no other sense. Like, because I feel like there's a one pastor I know that doesn't like being called daddy, and I respect him so much. Because why would you like? Tell you. Why would you like that though? Do you get me? You're not my dad.
That's true.
You're not God. You're not Jesus.
That's true.
And where did that even? I don't know where it came from. Personally, I feel like it came from because you know the way, obviously, men kind of wrote the Bible and the world is ran by men and this and that. I think like that all plays a part in it.
But you also know, like when you go to places like I think like Spain and like Italy, they call them, obviously you know how they call them father here. They call them padre.
Yeah,
and, like,
exactly.
Do you get
Padre.
me? But who asked you guys to make it shorter and kinkier and call it daddy when you know what daddy really means?
No, let's not do that. Let's not do that because you know daddy is innocent.
Daddy should be innocent.
Yeah,
Daddy should be innocent. The only person I should be calling daddy is
my father.
My father.
dad.
My
Dead
father.
ass.
And that's the only person I call daddy. And you guys are ruining it for me. You're ruining it. You're ruining it. Okay? I'm just joking. No, I'm not joking. You're ruining it. Seriously. For
Another
me.
thing I was going to talk about is do you know, like, your relationship, was it good? Your relationship, the way you said your relationship went down when you left home, it went down. You get me? Why was that?
I think I just became...
Too worldly?
Yeah, I was just going to say I became very worldly. I was like, sure, I don't have to go to church on Sundays. Let me just be living my life and doing all that, this and the other. I wasn't doing crazy shit or anything. I was just like, I don't need God right now. I'm just doing me. But I'm not going to lie, that not needing God made life a lot harder.
Oh my God, when you actually deep it.
When you deep
not
it.
having God in your life actually made our life so much harder.
It made it so much
even,
harder.
Like, things are happening to us now. Like, everything's actually falling into place. Everything is getting better to us every single day. Because, like, we've both been saying to each other, we're talking to God more often. Like, sometimes I'll be in the shower and I'll finish bathing, scrubbing myself, yeah? But I'll be in the shower for another 30 minutes because I'm having a deep conversation with God. Like, even like sometimes let's say I might be falling back on prayer, but those conversations with God, even if I'm going for a walk,
you're just spending time in it.
Do you know what I mean? And that's another thing with religion I've deeped, especially like growing up with the whole, Christianity and stuff like that. They make it like a chore and unenjoyable, and that's
So
something I
unenjoyable.
really hated, and it made me like, that's what made me stray away from God the most. Because obviously when I asked a pastor, because I'm a very curious person, I want to know stuff. So when I asked a pastor, where did God come from? All he did was give out to me. He didn't come from me in any ways. He's like, why would you ask that, this, and the other? And I was like, I was 11. Then I decided, I was like, you know what? Fuck this. God isn't real. For so long, I actually 100% believed God was not real. And I lived my life like since like 11, 12 years of age. Like I didn't think God wasn't real.
You just kind of push him to the back of your head.
But I push him to the back of my head. But the thing that would keep me there is because like, I have a very strong intuition and I have really like, weird stuff be happening to me that's just so undescribable. Like obviously Unity knows, like even my dreams, like I can tell you, like I've had friendships that people that I've had in my life, right? And if I call you my friend, I would literally die for you. Do you get me? So God has shown me, like from such a young age, like I would be having dreams that would then happen later in life, or God would be exposing something to me, and I would like ignore it till it became really, really bad. But now that obviously I'm closer and I have a better relationship with God and this, that, and the other, it's like now when my dreams happen, I don't question it. Like I just know, like, okay, God, you got me. I know what you're 100%. Telling me, and that's how it is.
100%. My thing is that I'm always like, for me, I think God is definitely like there because last, let's say I'm on a plane and it's crashing now. Who am I calling? I'm not calling out for my mom. I'm not calling out for my dad. I'm bringing the Bible out and I'm praying. I'm praying prayers, fire in the mountain prayers, thunder, fire around prayers. You get me?
Like even atheists, they'd be like, oh my God. I'm like, remember Jake? Yeah, they're atheists, right? I remember one day we were just having a conversation with him. And he's like, oh my God. I was like, why did you say, oh, you're God if you don't believe in God? And he was like, honestly, I have no idea. But like when you deep it, like even atheists are able to say that, and I feel like that's powerful enough. Like because if you 100% believe God isn't real, why are you still saying, oh my God?
See, but my thing is the like devil is definitely real.
Oh, 100%.
The devil is definitely real. You guys, you buy your tickets, you go and watch Exorcism, you go and watch The Nun, you go and watch, all these silly horror films that I don't go to because...
I really like horror films, but I know God's got me, so that's why I don't really give a fuck about them. Like,
no. The last time I went to go see a horror film, I came home, I made my mom bring out the holy water and I made her pray over me.
Like when I was younger, I used to see ghosts, like dead ass. Like sometimes I'd be in my room and I have to really grab something under the thing, and I would see like a young boy under my bed. Like I used to see a lot, but I was never. I don't know why, but
You never told me that.
I never get scared about
never
these
told
things.
me that one, no.
I probably would have said it once, but I never really talked about it because I was never scared. Because I could be walking in a gang whatever place, and I'd be like, okay, if I get shot in the head, at least I know God's got me. I'll have a quick death. It is what it is. I don't know what it is, but I'm so comfortable that I know I have God in my life that no matter what situation I'm in, He's putting me there for a reason. You get me? So when I was younger, I used to see that, like, it was actually, I didn't deep it too much because I'm the kind of person that, like, when things happen, I'm kind of like, okay.
You definitely played with him.
I'd be like, okay, whatever. No, I actually didn't. It low-key scared me, but I never, ever talked about it to anybody. But it was them ones where, like, even became, like, a thing that one time I was like, now, what the fuck is this? Like, I really went under my bed, took out all my shit. I was like, where are you? Like, I was actually looking for this boy. And the thing is, I don't know if, I can't even remember his face, but I remember, like, it was up until I was, like, maybe 13 till about 17. Let's say I'm grabbing something under my bed, a quick glance, I'll see a little boy under the thing. Didn't think anything of it for so long, but, like, it was whatever, like, because I was like, if anything's going to happen, it's God's put me in that position. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, I get you. I do get you.
Everything happens for a reason.
Because
like,
there's sometimes where it was a few months ago, I kept waking up at a certain time. I was like, something's not right. Something is not right. Remember, I used to call it, I was like, Ola, are you waking up at this time as well? Or is it like just me? Like, it was going on for like 2 weeks straight where I'd wake up at like, let's say, after I've gone to sleep and I'm in a deep sleep, I'd wake up at a certain time.
You know that's God or your angels waking you up to pray.
Do you get me?
Yeah.
And I remember I'd wake up and I would just start praying. Like, I'm not, obviously, remember how I grew up Catholic, we don't pray out loud like that. But I remember I would grab my Bible and I would start praying prayers that I didn't know I had in me. And then after a while,
That's so beautiful.
Oh, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God. But anyway, so after a while, like, I don't know what happened, but like life started. I think somebody was, whoever you are, and you're out there and you're trying to use your curses, your evil, your demons against me. Let me know it's back to sender, because I know definitely something or someone was out there trying to do some kind of crazy shit. And I was like, if there's a thing where people can do like shit like this, use curses, there's devil in the world, there's demons in the world, why is it there not? What makes you think there's not a God?
You get
what
me?
Makes you, if there's demons, why can't there be angels? If there's a devil, why can't there be a God? Let's be real.
And I feel like, this is getting so deep, yeah? But I feel like there's so many unanswered questions in this world, but the only one that I actually find comfort in is God. Do you get me?
Bro.
Because I read this quote, and it was like, somebody was like, okay, what if you die and then you find out God isn't real? But then they'd be like, okay, well, at least I lived my life on earth as a good person or a good Christian. And then if you do find out that God is real, then you know what? It's a win-win at the end of the day, because you lived your life on this earth as a good person.
And I'm not going to lie, God should not be God and getting into heaven should not be the only reason that you're living life as a good person.
Exactly.
That should come from,
it shouldn't cost you anything to be nice. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a very mean person, but I'm very nice as well. You get me? I'm only mean to the people that I need to be mean to. But besides that, God sees my heart. Like, I'm the biggest softie ever. Do you know what I mean?
You get me? Like, let's say you're in a place, one thing I always say is about myself is like, I just want to be treated how I just want to treat others the way I would like to be treated. You get me? Let's say I'm homeless now and everybody's just walking past me, and I'm literally shivering to death. I would like at least maybe one person to care about me.
You know?
One person that throw me some coins or anything. It doesn't cost anything to be nice, and that's something my mom has instilled in me.
It doesn't cost anything. Unity has made me such a nicer person, yeah. And sometimes I've been getting so pissed off it.
Hey, don't ruin my market.
We'll be in Dublin. Obviously we're Dublin. But we'll be walking around in town. She'll see 5 people, and I promise you, this girl will give coins to each and every 5 person. There was one time we were walking, and she goes, "Oh, do you have coins?" And I knew what she was asking it for. Yeah, and I was like, "Yeah." She goes, "Yeah, show that woman coins, will you?" I know this is bad. God forgive me, but I never give homeless people coins because sometimes I need the money. I'm not gonna lie. That €1 buy me a can of Lucozade. Do you know what I mean? So the amount of times we've walked past, you can be like, "Oh, I don't have any coins with me. If you have coins, give this woman." And I'm like, oh, I can't say no. you know, I actually can't. So I'm like, oh, fuck's sake. Like, she makes me a better person. And I love that.
That's why I always ask her, does she have coins first before I say what it is for?
You get me? Because if I knew, so I'd be like, no, I'm not giving that person. But now I know. Like, I know your tricks now, so it's not even a thing. But you've actually made me be giving people coins here and there.
No, it's just like, I just think like if I was in that situation, I would want someone to at least be there for me. Do you get me? Someone to...
No, that's so true. Like, especially knowing people who were homeless at one point in their life.
Do you get me?
And being like, wow, like, it's like any situation can happen, to be honest. And that's true. Like, I do 100%, I get it now. I'm just very, like, in my mind sometimes when it comes to things like that.
But you see, the thing, stuff like that can hit anyone, especially in this climate that we're living in Ireland, where it's just so difficult to live.
And everything has gone up, even breathing. Jesus.
Walking through Dublin, I think I spent €50. No joke. And it's just like, that shit can hit anybody. It can hit anybody. And even if it's not a thing that, you don't believe in God, so I don't have to be nice. Please, just...
It's not even about believing in God at the end of the day. It's actually just being a good person.
Just put all your selfishness to the side for 5 minutes and just think about that. Like, look outside right now. We were shivering. We had gloves. We had
our jacket.
We had our jackets.
My outside jacket. What are you talking about?
And you know, all I was thinking about? Think of all the people in Dublin right now that are just lying on the middle of the street.
Like, you know what? This is going off topic, but you know, it's so sad. Like, homeless people make my heart break. Especially when I read this article that, like, these boys, these, like, 15-year-olds, they took, like, their tents and their blankets. Last year, and I actually started crying. I was reading the article, and it was like, a group of 7 boys, they went around to homeless people and they just grabbed all their blankets and their tents. I was like, that's their only form of warmth and safety, and you took it.
Do you know
and
you
went back to your own council house and you went to go...
Do you know how much money they must have collected to be able to get those things, and now they have to start all over again.
No.
Government of Ireland, if you're watching this, yeah?
I've been seeing empty houses. I see empty houses every single day.
empty houses every day, right?
Even if you put 8 homeless people in a room, they will still be happy and thankful for that. At least try.
Maybe put your selfish landlordness aside. I hope it reaches one of you guys. I really do.
No, I don't care, because they're the same people that will up their own pay and then up our taxes, because our taxes is what's paying them.
Tax can kill.
Very soon when I move to Dubai, you guys won't have get shit from me.
When the whole country moves to Dubai has space for us.
That's actually kind of sad, you know. The fact that us young people, like, all of us are like, oh yeah, next 5 years we're leaving this country. Like, I've not talked to anybody around our age that was like, yeah, I want to stay in Ireland. I won't lie, Ireland has so much potential. And if it starts fixing up in the next year or two, we might change our opinion, you get me? But the amount of people that between our ages from 20 to even 35, they're like, yeah, in the next 5 years, I'm dipping this country. And it's so sad, like, because this country has potential. And it's just like, what are you guys doing with it?
It's a thing.
Government, if you see this, we have to send this to them personally.
Leo Varadkar. Is he even... I don't know. Right interpret. I don't know. I don't follow... Right Bro, I don't follow Irish politics like that. I just know that you guys aren't doing... You could do so much of a better job. I mean, you're trying, I guess.
You are. I give it to you.
But my thing is just that you're taking advantage of the wrong people. Like, they're taking advantage of the youths. And
the people who can make the country something. You guys are focused on all the old people. They're going to die in 20 years.
Bro!
Give them 20 years. They're all dead. Even less than 20 years. They're all dead. And they have nothing to offer. These people, they're the ones taking your pension and stuff like that.
Who's paying for your pension?
Like, does that make any sense?
If we all go, who's paying for the pension?
This land will now be a land of old people and leprechauns. Like, is that what you want? Jesus. How much is
not so the leprechauns.
You know, we're talking about religion. We went into politics.
Bro.
That's crazy.
I think because religion and politics are intertwined, especially in this country.
Oh, 100%.
100%. Because as a priest, what mouth do you have to be talking about the 8th Amendment in the church? People are coming to praise God. You're talking about the 8th Amendment. You're talking about gays and lesbians, and religion and politics definitely intertwined. 100%. And they take advantage of that. And that's another thing that strays young people away. For sure. Because I could believe in, let's say, I could believe in getting an abortion, like, I could believe in getting an abortion and I still want to be close to God. But you are making me feel like me getting an abortion is making me a bad person.
No, I'm not.
Why is somebody, like, those kind of things, they're not, it's not just black and white, do you get me?
Like, being gay. Like, I understand, but I feel like there's so many unanswered questions, and there's so many things ins and out that we actually do not know. And for a person to judge me, let's say I'm gay now, a person to come and judge me for being gay, but you're the same person that's stealing or you're the same person that's lying. If we're both at the feet of the Lord,
is sin not
He's
sin?
going to look at us the exact same way.
Is sin not sin? But I saw you rob that pen from Deals. Sin is sin. So I don't know. I just think it's a thing where, like, politics and religion is definitely intertwined. Like, so
And over like the years, I feel like the reason why I got closer to God was obviously because of my dreams and my intuition. Like, that's how I knew my ex was cheating on me. I had a dream and I denied it. I denied it for so long because I was in love and infatuated. Same way with ex-friends. Like, I get these dreams that if there's someone I hold close to me, like let's say me and Unity, right? Me and to be friends for 20 years. If I have a dream, this is how the dream usually plays out. It's happened with 3 different people that I was friends with, and I'm not in contact with them anymore because I had a dream. Like, but let's say I walk into a room and I know it's Unity, but all I see is the back of her and she's just talking to a bunch of people. And that's happened so many times, not so many times, but that's happened 3 times with me that I found out these people were talking shit behind my back. And the person or the situation that verified this, right? Because I was so in denial. I was like, no, because I try to look for the good in people. I try to understand people. I'd be like, you know what? A person treated me like this is because they're going through shit as well. Like, do you get me? Just because like, I don't know, I'm just a very understanding person. So more time I'd be like, you know what, it's fine. I kind of get it. Shit happens. But that was the old me, you get me? So it was like one situation where I had this dream, and it happened twice, of this same girl in a room talking to people. And I couldn't see her face, but you know when you can tell someone by the back of them? That's what I kept seeing. It happened twice. I was like, look, yeah, I need to get this like out, because if I'm going to keep having these dreams, innit? So I called over to my house one day and I was like, yo, I need to talk to you. She's like, well, what's up? She was already moving a bit weird. And I was like, nah, nothing's coming. I just really want to talk to you about something. Because I'm the kind of person, like, if I have an issue with you or something doesn't sit right with me, I like to get it over and done with. I like to get it talked about so we can actually sort out the situation, see where we go from there. Do you get me? So I didn't tell her anything. All I said was, just come to my house. She came to my house. I was like, look, I heard that you were talking about me and this, and that. I didn't tell her I had a dream or anything. I just goes, I heard that you were talking about me and this girl opened her nyash out. She exposed everything. She goes, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it like this. And the thing is, all I had was, because you know, if she came to me and was like, oh, how do you know? I'd say, oh, I had a dream. She looked at me like a Dundee. Do you get me? Like, but the fact that all I said was like those few words and she exposed everything. So like, God literally showed me that, yo, this person is not for you. And you were ignoring it for so long and now you've seen. And ever since then, like anytime I have dreams about certain people or a certain situation or some gut feeling about something, I just like kind of stare away, because more time when I ignore it, it turns out sour, it turns out bad. And that was like my situation, like when I got heartbroken. Like when I knew this guy cheated on me, because I had multiple dreams and I was ignoring it because I was so in love. And I was like, no, he would never, this, that, but they would. If you think someone wouldn't do you like that, trust me, they would, because we're all human in this world. When it, like, it's a life or death situation when it comes to us, you get me? So anybody's going to put themselves first. And when it comes to situations like that, just, I know it's so bad to think about the worst thing that could happen, but you have to kind of think about that. And it's not you manifesting the worst thing that could happen. Just, you know, just expect the unexpected. Yeah. And that's what happened. That's how I found out that people would chat shit behind my back. And that's how I found out that I was getting cheated on. And it wasn't great. Because when I even ignored it, take this as a lesson, guys. I ignored the whole cheating thing, right? And I said, you know what? It's not true. And it went downhill from there. I look like a dumbass. But you live and you learn. And look at me now. Striving. Single, but striving.
I won't lie. She looks dumb. Guys. I walked in on her one day, yeah, up the stairs. This girl was screaming. It's like, ah! She was screaming, and then she went to go talk to this guy. And guys, we were inside the house. The car was outside. Doors were closed. Windows were closed.
Not too much.
No, I'm not naming names, though. No, I'm not naming names. I'm not naming names. But what was it? Car was outside. We were inside. Door was closed. Windows was closed. Tell me why I could hear her voice from the kitchen. I could hear her voice. I think this is always follow your dreams. Always follow your dreams. You know me, I don't play with my dreams. If I dream,
I've learned my lesson now, because like I would like to, that whole situation, like when I said it went downhill, because I was ignoring it, and it wasn't even like not even the relationship wise, even if it was like a friend in a friend way, like if I ignored that dream, like, and I have ignored it because I said I've had 3 people in my life where I had a dream that they were chatting shit about me, and it was them ones where like there was one situation where I was ignoring it, and this person would use me because I'm a given person. Like I could be mean, I could be so
very given. She gave me her last 30 cents, bro.
But I am a very given person, and I feel like they took so much of it. They drained me that I didn't realize it until like, and you know what made me even clock this? The story I told you guys, it's not this person, but it was like a different person. I had a dream about them like 7 times and I was ignoring it just because I actually loved them. I loved the company so much. I had a good time with them and I felt good when I was around them. You get me? I felt good, but I was never at peace with them. Do you get me? So it was them ones where like I had this dream about this person. I ignored it for so long that God actually stopped showing me this dream. Like I stopped dreaming about this person. And when I stopped dreaming about this person and whatever they were doing,
God said, I'm gonna make you see in reality.
It was, yeah, exactly. This person treated me like absolute crap. Like I was like, wait, what after everything I did for you? Like, oh, suffer. Do you get me? You live and you learn though. I'm very happy I've gone through all of this because now I know. Do you get me? So anybody that wants to be friends with me, come into my life. Unless you're coming correct, don't actually come to me.
I'm not gonna lie,
God will show me.
Don't come into my life. I have enough friends. But what was I gonna say anyway? What was I gonna say? I feel like when it comes to dreams, I think dreams are really important for me. You know, I'm very quick to, if you start acting wrong, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I will just we just won't talk again. It's so fine. You go your way, you go this way. But if I have a dream, if we have an issue, and I dream about a snake, God knows, we're never coming into contact.
Did you have that about?
Bro.
Did you have that about?
I had, bro.
No.
Bro. It was I was moving up to Dublin. I was moving, you know, I got the last bus. So obviously I was going to get here around, no.
And I thought you came mine last minute, innit?
Yeah, I came yours last minute. I was moving, I got the bus at like 3 a.m. And I got yours I got to Dublin around 8. Obviously, I want to sleep, be fresh for work. Yeah. Every time I tried to close my eyes, I saw a snake open its mouth.
There are some girls in this world that will kill you because of man. Stay away from them. Stay away from them. Because at the end of the day, men will kill you.
You don't need insecure people in your life.
At all. Oh God, don't
get
started on that.
No, but I remember I had my Bible in my bag because obviously I didn't move all my stuff up, but that was an important thing that I had in my bag to bring up with me. On that trip, my Bible was sitting in between my legs, my hand was on it. I did not, until I got off that bus, I did not put my Bible in my bag. The minute I have a dream and I see a snake, bro, you're out of my life, you're gone. Because what was it, Adam and Eve? And Eve.
Personally, I don't feel like, if we're going to get technical right now, I don't feel like, because men are really good liars, I don't think it was Eve that ate it. I think Adam ate it. And when you deep it, Eve came from Adam's rib, so technically it was Adam. But you know what? That's another discussion for another day.
This girl's a scientist, guys.
How can I say?
It's not a discussion for another day. It's not a discussion for another day. We're not doing that.
But you never be thinking that. Because I really be thinking like, because obviously, going back on religion, we all know the Bible has been translated a million times, right? We all know it was written by this, that, and all these books that we've read about God, Jesus, religion, it's all like by men who are only basically just telling a story of what they've seen or what they've heard or what
trying to gain some patriarchal power.
Not dismissing the fact, because I do 100% believe in the Bible, but let's not forget there's like 50 books missing from the Bible as well. And there's a lot of things we don't know. But I feel like if you have that faith in God and Jesus, I feel like you're calm. And be a good person and follow the 10 commandments and you're actually calm. Obviously just live your life as a good person. It's obviously going to be hard because we're human.
Okay, question.
We fall into temptation.
Do you follow the 10 commandments?
Of course I haven't. Let's be real. Like, who here? Okay, no, don't even laugh, because who in this, if not even pastors and
yeah, but they're a different breed.
No, but pastors, priests, nuns, tell me if have they followed the 10 commandments? I promise they haven't even followed 5 of it.
I won't lie, I feel like nuns could have. Not the nuns of the past, the nuns of today.
The nuns of today are having sex with young boys left and right. What are you talking about? Nobody. Whoever is watching this, if you have followed the 10 commandments 1 to 10, I promise you, yeah. I'll give you my next paycheck.
Thou who what's it called? Thou who has not sinned shall cast the first stone.
What are you talking about? Jesus died on the cross for a reason. Not saying we should continue sinning. Obviously, we can try our best as much as we can, because it's hard. Like, we're humans. We're obviously going to be tempted. Things happen. We have needs. We have wants.
I mean, that's why Jesus died for us.
Exactly.
We're fickle.
Like, again, not saying because Jesus died for us, you should go and be sitting up and down.
Don't
do that.
Don't use that as an excuse, please.
But it's like, I don't know nobody has followed the 10 commandments. Have you followed the 10 commandments? Thank you. See?
Thank you.
No, and if anybody said they have, they're a liar.
And
See,
then look, they haven't even crossed. They haven't even followed the 10 commandments because they lied.
Deeply honor your father and your mother. You have to honor your father and your mother, but like your mom pisses you off.
You have to say "fuck you, mom" behind closed doors because you're "fuck you, mom."
You know that when your mom pisses you off,
I'm running away.
You're like "fuck you," like "fuck you." Nah, no one is going to take the bad bitch. And if you have, you're a liar. God knows.
You just unlocked a memory. I remember my mom sent me to my room, and I started packing my bag to run away. Where was I gonna go?
No, you were actually stupid ass kids. I never ran away from home. My brothers did. The fact that you went from where were you gonna go? My brother ran away. You know the green box near my estate. That's where he stayed. What's that gonna do for you?
Oh God, I'm tearing my eyes. I'm so sorry.
You know what's that gonna do for you though? Man, we live the life.
I feel like we've all lived the same life.
The green box of all places.
No,
Jesus.
I remember packing my bag. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna run away. I'm gonna go live with a different family who loves me. Fuck you, mom. Fuck you.
Where's the love now?
Now I ask her for money for juice. All love. Love you, mama.
Love our moms. Love you, mom.
Love you, mama.
You know you're not talking to me, but I love you.
She's
Wow, that was great. That was great. I really enjoyed that conversation, you know. We touched on everything. Why are you making that face?
nothing.
Feel your eyes properly.
Call your mom after this.
I talked to her on Monday though.
Yeah.
We'll come. I was texting her already. We'll come. Now that I got a better job than I work now, I have a good job now. I got an even better one. She's now calm.
Parents are trying to use you to do that. Other friends.
You get me?
Let me follow my dreams.
Thing is with parents, yeah, just you know how to throw 5K in her face, she'll show up, man. You know what I mean? That's the thing with African parents these days. They want you to follow a particular this, that, and the other. But I'm so sorry. Why would I follow you when I don't want to be in the same position as you? I'm so sorry. Let's be honest. Like, because would you like to be in the same position as your parents at the age they are? Not saying my mom's doing shit for herself. She's doing great. Like, my mom's be traveling to Turkey here and there. But there are some things that I just don't want to endure. And I love you with all my heart.
No, okay. You know, sometimes when me and my mom fight, yeah, I say that to her. Just to, sprinkle a little oil in the fire.
Like I said, my mom will punch me if I say that.
Nah, my mom me and my mom, we have similar personalities.
Yeah.
But
No, but so was me and my mom, but she can't take it. I'm literally my mom in another form, and she can't take it. That's why she's acting the way she is now, but that's her own.
See, the thing is, my dad stands up for me because I'm his.
Yeah, I don't have a dad.
Anyways, what I was saying is, deep what they did at our age to get here. Could you do that?
I'm so sorry. Being in a cargo ship. Just jump
to get here.
I'll jump off the ship.
I'm
so sorry.
I will deal with my chances in Ghana. I'm good.
I don't like stress.
No, like if you just deep, like even that aside, having kids at that age, I'm 14, bro.
Someone told me at 23 I was pregnant, bro.
I screamed.
And someone told me I was pregnant today. I have to end it. I'm so sorry. I couldn't not,
bro.
Do you know how? I feel like such a
Mayday
generation though. That's what I really like about our generation, because I feel like even though our parents did all of that, when you stop looking at your parents as your mom and your daddy, look at them as actual people, they're very damaged. And I feel like
100%.
I feel like we are trying to kind of like break those generational curses. As cliche and as weird as it sounds, I feel like a lot of us, like, even though a lot of us are marrying later, some of us are obviously marrying very early, but some of us are marrying later, taking our time in the whole dating thing, wanting to know the ins and out with everything like that.
But even some of us are willing to just not have kids and just be single until we're like 50 or forever.
And to be honest, what I realized about our generation is we're putting our happiness first before any other person. Whereas our parents, especially like African women, they would stay in marriages that were not serving them in any way because of their kids, but they don't remember that.
We see it.
They don't know that you staying in a marriage that you're not supposed to be in is going to affect your kids. Like the amount of kids I've heard saying, "Oh, my mom and my dad are always fighting. Why won't they just break up? Like it's tiring, it's draining." Like that has a bigger effect on your kids than actually divorcing or not being together. Obviously, nobody wants to divorce the person they told to be together for the rest of life, but shit happens. Like, you get me?
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like they use the kids as an excuse. I feel like they don't want that shame. Do you get
divorce,
me?
yeah.
Do you get me? Because obviously, like, I don't know about other cultures, but I know African cultures especially, they look at other
Like your husband was beating you, and your own mom. You know what my ex's mom said to me, right?
Hey.
Yeah, I'm crazy. He cheated on me. I told his mom. I told his mom. And his mom goes to me and said something like, oh, how do you know the next person we won't cheat on you? Like, it's just, that just kind of shows that the African mentality, that it's a thing where women should suffer. Not even women, but like people, like, I don't know, Africans just like to suffer. And I feel like our generation, we're just not doing that anymore, because at the end of the day, no, it's my life when it comes to it. It's my happiness first for any other person else.
This trend of endure, I'm so sorry. And
then you die unhappy and unfulfilled.
For what unsatisfied, reason? Sad, when you could have done so much more. Aunties, don't come and ask me when I'm going to marry. Ask when your marriage will finally find peace. Okay?
Listen, I do not co-sign that. If everyone was come for her alone.
Come for me. But I know you guys are thinking it too. I know you guys are thinking it as well. When will your marriages find peace?
Oh my God, no. You know how bad that is? Bro, listen. Here's what it is, isn't it?
I've seen, for a really long time, did I say I'd never want to get married?
Yeah, she used to say that. She was like, I don't want to get married. I was like, I don't want a husband, this, that, and the other.
There's no...
But I feel like because we saw how unhappy marriages were, it just turned us off. Even me now, I'm thinking, do I even want kids? Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm thinking that, but I know I want kids, because a mini Ola would be so fucking adorable.
So fucking annoying.
What I'm saying is, like, now that we know the ins and outs of all these things that are happening, and we're starting to think for ourselves, we're trying to put ourselves first, trying to put our happiness first, I feel like when we do end up getting married, when we do end up finding our person or whoever we're meant to be with, it'll be sturdy. It wouldn't be like, I'm just staying in it just to stay in it. Do you get me? I'm not doing this just to be unhappy in this, that, and the other. Like, I know people who are 30 years old and they're single as fuck and they're not married and they're the happiest people ever.
Happy.
Like, that's what I really rate about our generation, because we're putting our happiness first. We're putting our... even us that are being single now, we're putting our single life, enjoying it, because at this age, we actually don't know what we want. I'm not the same person I was a year ago. Talk less the same person I was a week ago. Do you get me? So we're constantly changing. We're constantly trying new things. We're constantly trying to figure ourselves out. And that's something our parents and the older generation did not do. That I feel like, I'm not going to lie, I feel like our moms and stuff, I feel like they're low-key jealous of us, because we are living the life that we actually want and not that we're told to live. They hate that.
I feel like they feel like, oh, if they had our opportunities, they would have done it so differently. But I'm going to find myself. I'm not going to find you. Like, I'm going to find myself. That's what everyone should do. I mean, it's your life, not theirs.
Exactly.
And you can't resent your kids for wanting to do what they want to do.
So at the end of the day, let's be real right now. At the end of the day, our parents are going to die before us by God's grace, because obviously it'd be not good if our parents buried us. You get me? So obviously our parents are going to die before us. Give it in the 60, 70 years. If you're living for your parents...
No, that's not far away.
And they die. If you're living for your parents and they die, who are you living for then? Start living for yourself now, guys. Here's what it is. Do you know what I mean?
The game's the game.
Why did you say the game is the game? We're not talking about relationships. We're talking about life.
Yeah, life is a game.
That's so true. Do you not ever think that though?
What?
Do you ever be thinking that? Because sometimes I feel like, do you ever have, what's that called? Derealization? I don't think, does that ever happen to you? That the best way to describe it is that it happens to me a lot. No, it used to happen to me a lot when I didn't have a good relationship with God, but I realized it's not happening to me as much anymore.
Same.
That I'm just living, and then it's like my spirit is just like catching up what I'm doing. Like sometimes I realize I did this, that, and the other, but I won't realize I actually did it. It was just my body doing this. Like it was like somebody else controlling me to get this done, to get that done, and I was like so out of touch, just out the zone with it. Like I've done and experienced so many things that I don't even remember doing, just because I was going through derealization,
and it makes you
so scary.
It makes you feel so unfulfilled, and makes you realize how unfulfilled you are.
What have you, like the past 3 years, what has happened? I promise you, I cannot tell you what has happened in the last 3 years.
If cameras followed us around for the past 3 years, that shit will not be allowed to be aired.
Oh my God. The life we've lived, even as a friendship, the shit we've been through. Sometimes we've had no food in the house. We go to Unity's house, we go to my house. We grab whatever we can make. Obviously, I like to cook, so I'll cook whatever.
Concoction.
The ingredients are there, we cook it. We had food for 3 days.
Concoction.
We said, thank you, God. Because that's all we had. You get me? Like,
We've
guys,
had times where we've been stranded in places.
Oh, God, my tires were getting slashed every week.
Me, was it?
Ask me about that.
Oh, God. I got stranded on a Lewis after a night out. In my night out clothes, everybody's going to work. I'm on the Lewis, looking like a harlot.
And people think, oh, it's a walk of shame. But she had not, like, she didn't even do anything.
I didn't even, no walk of shame, just looking like a harlot.
No, it was still a walk of shame because the way you were looking, like, if I looked at you in the newest at that morning,
walking
like,
in the rain in that outfit, no jacket, no nothing. Walking in the rain, rain is beating me.
She didn't even get dick, like, nothing.
I didn't want it. I didn't want it.
But you get me, like, some people think, oh, she's in the walk of shame. But there was nothing to be ashamed about except...
Just ashamed of her decisions.
You get me? Shit happens. And that's life.
I wasn't praying, no. That time I wasn't praying.
But you actually deep it, how, like, because even when you talk to me and tell me, like, oh, you've been praying a lot more, you've been trying to get closer with God. And I'm like, yeah, continue doing it. And, like, I remember the first conversation was when we were sitting at home. And you had that when we...
Don't talk about that treacherous place. Where dreams go to die.
Love for simulation.
Love to all of you guys still there. Get out.
We were talking about it. We were just talking about it in our little kitchen.
Yeah.
And you're telling me how you're getting closer to God. And I promise you, I don't know what it was, but that day was the pin drop. Because after that day, everything was just falling into place bit by bit. And it's scary because I'm not deep it. I was talking to God in the middle of the night and I'm just like, I would not have thought I'd be in this position I am right now, doing what I want to do. Deep it, we're talking about having a podcast for the past 2 years. And we're finally doing it now. Thinking about this job and that job. This job I said I would get if I graduate. I didn't even graduate and I still got that job. So it was just like, honestly, God is good.
Do you know what it felt like? It felt like, we were like in a massive hole. Like we were in a massive hole. And we're trying to like climb our way, like climb on top of each other because that was our support system. Like we were both in that hole. We were each other's support system. We were both trying to like grab each other out of that like massive hole, that dark hole, and trying to get out.
It was like,
and then
I pull you go up.
Do you get me?
Go up again.
Do you get me? But it wasn't working because we still needed like another element.
And that element was God.
Was God. And God put his hand in the hole. And
he dragged
us out of it, bro.
I don't know what it was, a few weeks ago, me and you were just talking about like the things we're doing, like whether with events and that, and we were just talking, and I started like, I was getting emotional on the phone, and I was like,
don't get emotional again.
I was like, it's just crazy. Like, how was everything falling into
I
place?
cut the phone.
I could not believe you don't lie. You didn't cut the phone. You let me cry for a bit, and then you cut the phone.
Yeah,
get me? And I was just like, oh my God, I can't believe like everything's falling into place. Like, how is this, that, and all of that happening? And it was just crazy because I promise you, somebody would have asked me, I'd be in this position. Like, if you came to me like 3 years ago and told me I'd be right here recording this, talking about this, do my testimony about this, that, and the other, I would not. I'd be like, oh, you're a liar. Oh, you make no sense. Oh, you know what you're saying has no truth to it. You get me? So it's actually crazy to think that I'm in this position right now. You know what I'm saying?
Can you turn that off, bro?
Do you get me? No, he's been calling me for time. But yeah, God is good.
Serious candidate, bro.
No, but we did say when we're in our podcast, we're just going to be ourselves. He's called me 4 times already. Of course I'm going to pick up.
Then you, at the beginning, you FaceTime him and you see where that TV is, put it against and you let him watch. You don't answer in the middle of the podcast. You idiot.
You look what he said. Let's go. You get me, bro. You get me. Don't mind her.
See, I'm so much more professional than Ola.
Yeah.
100%.
That's why she's the head of everything and I'm just her, like, Robin to her Batman. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
That's what it is. I don't know. I just feel like...
It's stressful.
Personally, as me, it's not fun. Because you'd be able to live without me. But you know what I think it is, yeah? I'm just so laid back with it. Like, it is what it is. At the end of the day, it's always night. And I know God's got me. Chige. You're trying so hard not to laugh. Even he's laughing.
I don't want to laugh because what the hell?
Oh, I love this. This is a great conversation.
Anyways, it's been great chatting to you guys. I feel like
it has been great. I hope you enjoyed this.
We've chat enough shit for one day. We talked a lot.
You know, like, what's so funny? We said we talk about heartbreak and shit like that, but realistically, why are we going to talk about heartbreak when niggas ain't shit anyways and we don't need to do any of that? We obviously touched on it when it came to religion, and that was it. Because of my heartbreak, it got me closer to God, and I thank you for that. I thank you.
Break her heart.
This, I thank you.
If you're watching this, yeah, I still think you look like you eat crayons and you're a fucking idiot.
You actually said that to me for years. Just like, Hola. Because I'm laying. Look at me. Pause. Look at me. Now, she's like, Hola, why would you be with a guy that looks like a dinosaur and eats crayons? I see, when it comes to me, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. And clearly I was blind. Do you know what I'm saying?
She was Stevie Wonder, bro.
You know, Stevie Wonder actually isn't blind. We're gonna do an episode about conspiracy theories, yeah, because I love conspiracy theories. Stevie Wonder is not blind. Just look. If you guys want to look into that, look into it. But you'll know he's not blind at the end.
We're gonna talk about the Illuminati,
the Rothschild, politics again,
Michael Jackson's real voice,
Balenciaga. There's a lot going on there.
There's a lot going on in this world that we don't know about. There's a lot going on.
And it's scary to think, and that's why you need God on your side, because at the end of the day,
it's scary.
We're all gonna die and be 6 feet under. So be careful.
Kanye was spitting some shit until he started talking some more.
But like when you actually deep that with Kanye, yeah, he couldn't get out of those contracts, so he started trying shit about them. He started trying rubbish, so then those people would drop him. It was planned, strategic planning.
I mean, yeah, I get that, but I think humans are dumb, really dumb. Sure, we're dolphins are smarter than us, and dolphins are my favorite animal. You know, the human brain has developed.
We need to go swimming with dolphins one day.
I would love to.
That'd be so cool.
No, I went to Dingle, yeah. You know how it's close, it's really, I went to Dingle, and I saw Fungi the dolphin. It might have been, it wasn't Fungi, yeah. I know it wasn't Fungi.
Okay, God,
but like, no, because what was it? My auntie Maggie, she married like a, I don't know if she wants to even, I don't care. But my auntie, she married like a white man, and he had like an Airbnb and that he set up in Dingle, and like he had a private beach that you go down to, and the dolphins would come in. So surely there's more than just one dolphin in that area.
And Deepe, Fungi has been out and open. The whole story of him has been there for like 100 years. Of course he's dead. But the real Fungi is dead, guys.
I'm sorry. If you think Fungi is real, he's not. But like the thing is, dolphins have developed like, you know, there's different levels of intellectuality, you know, and obviously we don't have like, you know how and like whales and dolphins, like they can sense their schools with like sonars in their head that we don't have. That's considered another level of being intellectual. So they've developed their intellectuality so much that even like dolphins will like bond with humans, which is something that humans think only humans can bond with animals. Do you get me? So we're going to go into that further.
Humans are dumb. Eve at the apple. We're clearly.
And kangaroos have like, 2 to 3 vaginas. So okay, and why are you on your phone?
I thought we're done.
And close off in 3, 2, 1. Babes on tape.
So we should actually record that one day and have it at the start of all our shows.